we're back. It's Shay Seeking, and I'm back with another video. So, again, sometimes I be thinking like we in the Twilight Zone or something, because I don't know. You know, this lets you know how many people actually must have some type of connection with God, okay? The real energy, okay? Mainly, you know, for some of you, that would be that which with the inside in oneself, all right? But you know, we like to carry the flag and talk about the colors and everything like that. But when somebody like me comes saying some of the things I say, you know, people get real upset. But you know, it just tells you who's really on that all Americana energy. Okay, I don't give a fuck what documents and what you got, because a lot of these people have raped themselves into or grafted themselves onto certain family bloodlines and family trees. At this point in time, with everything going digital, it's easy for somebody to not be who they were at one point in time. All right. So again, I was just thinking, I heard somebody say, we're just going to start playing with key pointers here. We're going to just start, because, you know, it's only me. I don't have a team, and I have a team of motherfuckers working against me. So again, I'm going to go ahead and use what I have, okay? Like I said, America has a soulmate. It may differ than their original or so-called usual soulmates, all right? Okay, this is a new era, a new day, a new age. All that old, fake, stiff, just because it looked right on television, and, you know, just because it's politically correct, meaning that it is the way. No, I feel like that's over, okay? I really think it's about being genuine and being yourself and meaning what the fuck you say, okay? Again, like I said, ain't nobody, you know, I'm looking at this in the instance as like being a child of a president or something. You know what I'm saying? And how people be in your business taking pictures like they did the little girl, the little Obama girl with the smoking marijuana, okay? Trying to expose and put some stuff out like that. But, you know, there's certain things I guess you have to do, or you can't be caught doing or whatever. But again, at least them kids knew who they were. You know what I'm saying? In this instance, I feel like when it's dealing with me, somebody didn't want me to know who I was, okay? That's what I'm saying about this head start, okay? The real head start was these people making sure that their children were going to be able to still continue to keep their boots smashed on the face and neck of the real American people or children. Now, again, when I say American, I'm talking about those particular people that was here prior to your 1492, that was here prior to your George Washington, okay? These particular people that would have been in the land, even so-called white people. So there's no color here, okay? There's no color lines when we're talking about this particular situation here, okay? This is a strange Empress card. Okay. It's kind of like a mother, you know, that's living, stopping someone from, you know, doing something to her child here, which is dead, okay? This could be an older woman, meaning an older soul. This young girl could be a grown woman. It could be a middle age, a teenager, or a young child. But this child has something on their leg here, okay? Because people think because they can kill you by paperwork. So this is also what is making me think about, you know, that can kill the body and the soul, okay? These people think because of some paperwork or something like that, they can label you as animals or dead or chattel or cattle. That's ridiculous, because these are the same people standing in front of your face talking about land of the free and home of the brave. And they can't even stand up on the television and tell you what's really the fuck going on. You see what I'm saying? But somebody's so worried about the way I deliver my message or the speech. Well, again, like I was saying, even if I was a child of a president or the child of the village chief. I'm not the chief yet. And again, I don't have to sit there and be politically correct about anything, because this is just me telling the story about my journey, okay? All right. If the public don't want to recognize somebody for who they are, then how the hell you expect me to act, to think that I need to listen to what y'all saying and act the way that you think is accordingly? Okay. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just weird to me. Okay. It really is. All right, but we do got this Empress card out here. We're gonna go ahead. I want to pull some of these feminine cards, but we're gonna continue to talk. Okay. Just for a minute. Because somebody said something about we need to pay attention to the youth, okay? Let's be careful about that, because, you know, the most youthful nation that has been created here on this soil, on this portion of land, of the 2 continents, they say 7, I see 2, are Mexicans, okay? Or Hispanics. Now, Joe Biden told y'all that within a couple of years, so-called black or Americans or whoever. Now, again, there is something to do with some old blood here that I don't know, I feel is coursing through my veins that has something to do with Mexico, Canada, and fucking North America. I believe that may be that, or even like the islands or whatever, okay? I think that might be that tri or quadrilateral energy here, okay? There's something about the bloodline, okay? So this reminds me of the strange man that I met over at the White House. All right. And I lost his information in that phone that got broken. But, you know, there was a strange, you know, he was saying some very bold things here. He was saying a lot of things or whatever. OK. And he was telling a story about his daughter, or finding his daughter. But there was something sketchy about that, because it was just telling me, because sometimes people will be saying something to me and then sources say something to me in my ear, but it ain't my place. You know what I'm saying? I feel uncomfortable if I don't know you. This is my first time meeting you. I don't understand sometimes how when these people that come up to me and want to have like a 25-minute conversation in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that they say and I say that I see hindsight, because we're dealing with spirit, because those people might have been in the spirit of something while I was talking to them. So when he was telling me that story about his daughter, I don't know why. And saying she had an Asian mother or something like this. I don't know why. There's something about Asia Minor, or Asian influence, or Mandarin, or something. There's something here, okay? Japanese, okay? Something is here, okay? And I feel like those, like just having that brewing in my blood, you know, it's like I could pick up on these certain things. But there was something about what this man was saying, and it was something about what he was saying that made me saying, they lying to you. That's not your daughter. Like, this person had been searching for his daughter for a long time. So it reminded me of Olivia Pope energy. Now, that's the last time that I think it was Natasha Shee's energy was in my energy real strong. And there was some other females that was in my energy real strong at that point in time. But it was some connection to this man. Like, it was like someone was saying, they lying to you. He was like, yeah, I just found my daughter. She like me. She kind of like a pistol, but she funny at the same time. Like, what he was explaining was like the energy that I was in at that, you know, like that I am, you know, that it was just my energy that he was explaining, right? But I don't know. It's just like somebody in the, like, oh yeah, it was one of my cousins too that was showing up in my energy. Whatever he was saying, I don't know. It was just something, like I said, even if it wasn't me, it's somebody that's connected to me or something that I was saying, they lying to you. Like, it's like the blessing got given to the wrong person. Like, somebody brought somebody, you know what I'm saying, into the father that was going blind, or didn't know, or didn't see, or couldn't, you know what I'm saying, some shit like this. And that the blessing was given to the wrong, you know what I'm saying, the wrong individual, okay? This is exactly what I was getting. And that same energy came up to me this week sometime. All right? Like, these brothers and sisters were meeting again somewhere in Washington, the White House, somewhere, shit, I don't know, okay? Y'all remember the videos I did when I went to the White House, okay? And the strange things that we documented or talked about on here, all right? So again, I was feeling already that energy was already, there's something, a major thing. And I don't know why it's this 10-year thing. It's like nothing has been, like nothing was the same. Nothing has been the same since even 10 years ago. It's something weird, y'all. Like it's some type of production being put on to hide who the last fucking emperor is. Or the King of Kings, or the Christ, or the Yeshua energy. It's that. It's like a hindering, oppressive energy on someone, right? You know, shit is starting to piss me off. Like I got this big old long blue ribbon thing, right, with my keys on it. There's a padlock on there and everything like this, okay? Just in case somebody run up on me. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was ugly at first. I ain't like the padlock on there, but I kept it on there. It's on a long, like, lanyard, and it has a, and those are the keys to my house or whatever. And tourists told me, oh, I found your keys in my car. You left your keys in my car. I'm like, how the hell did I do that? I don't remember doing no shit like that. How did I get back in the house? You know, and then the next, and he said, oh, I put them right here on the workbench. Well, what did I tell y'all about people being in this iris energy, or people being able to use biometrics and shit like this to tap into your energy and see and see everything you see? Let's just put it like that. So if you got a lock, screen, code on your damn garage, let me tell you, and if you left your keys or somebody put some keys on there, somebody can see that you put, it is weird shit like this going on, y'all. Okay? So who knows where them keys is? Who knows with this skinwalker, sleepwalker energy and these people trying to possess people's vassals or bodies here? Who knows? You see what I'm saying? You don't even know who the fuck you laying next to, depending on who you are in society. Now, they're not doing this to everyone, might I say, or might I add. They didn't put everybody in the human zoos. They didn't do these particular things to everybody. There was a certain small group of people, which again, they are oppressing in a certain nature today, that would not have agreed to open borders, that would have said, like I said, close the motherfucking border. What is you waiting for? Get the military. Do we even have a military still? You see what I'm saying? This is the shit that I just don't understand. Okay? Because when we talking about, let's just go ahead and talk about it. Because we talking about save the youth. What are we talking about? The youth to the so-called Caucasian person or something, okay? Or foreign, like hidden foreign enemies, okay? Like the ones, again, some of our ancestors that got those patents were not, that's not their land. No matter if they got a lifetime grant to these lands or not, they belong to the original people that was here. So I'm somewhere in between. I'm somewhere from the beginning to the motherfucking end. And it's that motherfucker that can roll the scroll out, you know what I'm saying, and show you the shit in heaven and show you what's been going on from the beginning to the end. Now they talking about and see, I feel like that's why one of these Don Juan masculines is in my energy here. Okay? That's like somebody want to keep your legs open or keep you in a lustful energy. That ended a long time ago. Okay? I do have strong feelings or a strong connection to somebody. Okay? All right? But that lustful energy can keep, you know, you think about that Eight of Swords, and that woman with the fiddle between her legs, and there's water at her feet. And there's swords all around her except for in front of her or down by her southern border. So that means her southern border is not protected. That means that whatever beings or entities that we might be dealing with on this plane might be, whether it's metaverse or astral energy or something, there's a gateway, there's some way opening here. Someone trying to make something less valuable here. Okay? So again, when somebody say, oh, well, what this doesn't have to do with, no, it spiritually, it has to do with it. As long as that border is open, okay, this means that there is someone behind the scenes leaving for something to be spoiled or waiting for something to be spoiled. All right. So again, if that border is open, that makes me in that fucking energy of Gaia or America or that fucking God or that Astrith energy, even though she had 2 kings or more. It makes me feel vulnerable. That's like my legs being open. Like I always talk about lifting up the skirt of America, or, you know, America is saying no. Access fucking denied. See, it's disrespectful, I feel. Somebody was also talking about disrespect to the ancestors. I sense that. I know that. I feel that. That's what the fuck global warming is. That's why they're bringing Carrie back. There's something about the attachment between Carrie and the bloodline I feel on my mother's side of the family, okay? With their lineage, okay? There's something else going on here. that's not being said. It's what they talk about when the Three of Pentacles in crafty counsel or behind closed door. It's when two or more of me in my fucking name. So you have to be careful when we're using these terms here. I'm sorry if I get, going here and there, whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. Go ahead and finish it up, okay? This is just me casting seeds, okay? The youth. So I'm thinking about the world card with the serpent falling down into the cattle, right? That cattle could represent Taurus to me, but it represents a certain race or creed of people. Just like the lions, again, if the heavens is the abode and earth is the footstool, her head is in the clouds and her feet is above these people that think that they run around here scrambling, building this, hiding rocks in the rocks, taking this, doing this, parts of her empire like I don't see. And then that's what I'm saying, the energy of God sitting there laughing at they goofy asses. It's kind of crazy, all right? So when we talk about save the youth, all right? Now we know that the vid or the nothing came in to take out the elders. Well, we already know that the elders or the older people could also be talking about old world blood, the OGs. Then we have a flood that wasn't supposed to happen again. That's happening again because this is exactly what this is. This is everybody trying to touch the garment of Jesus. This is them already working 10 years ahead of time with friends, whether it's in their subconscious or not, with friends and families, co-workers, associates, lovers, all these energies to pit everybody against that Empress energy. That's why you have that wheat at her feet and it looks like an angry mob of people. This has the compartmentalizing, taking her thoughts, her ideas, her it's something about architecture or something about building or blueprint energy here. All right, taking that and spreading it out and leaving her with nothing, literally, is what these people's agenda would be. Okay, and then have you depending on the youth. Well, the youth, okay, is also considering those third generation immigrants that came into these lands and took the lands from your ancestors with land grabs and all these particular things, like King said. And then these people brought them in from different places and then taught them how to farm, paid them to farm, paid them not to farm, do whatever the fuck they was doing. These are the children of these people that have invaded the indigenous community and make you think they're plants, they're scouts, they're whatever, okay, to make you think that they are you when they were only concerned about them. And all they're doing is, again, mowing down all of you, especially you ones, all right, that might only have a small amount of people left in your family, but you may not be very privy of trust in all these other things that you may have access to now, all right? Or you may not have the connections to know who to go to, where to do whatever, all right? A lot of us are just more spiritually in tune. We're still really only focused on bettering ourselves, competing with ourselves, instead of others. You see what I'm saying? Tearing other people down, still working. They tear you down, they smack you on the face. I go within and build myself back up. I've been my own mama and daddy for a long fucking time. So people can go out there and say, well, there's women I think are in competition. I've been working all my life. I've had a job. Yeah, and I've had a job to be the motherfucking emperor/empress. That's what I had a job doing, to be somebody that would be listening and being able to hear and having an ear when source is speaking to me about what I needed to do. All right. Now that shit might have been watered down by friends and, what I'm saying, again, being open to that realm for the past 2 years, that spiritual realm, or going a little deeper in the mind or whatever it would be, what I'm saying, to connect with beings that may be, interdimensional or whatever, like me. Okay. But again, they were only there to take. They were only there to stain. To try to pull the wool over my eyes or the rug from beneath my feet, okay? So we have the youth, the young people, the junior warriors, okay? So these people are warring against. So again, if you think about the Lover's card and you see that male energy, there is a hill or a dirt or a ridge there between those two lovers. But that male has a tree full of fireballs or missiles that he's launching at that feminine energy. But she is in the garden with the serpent and the fruit. Possibly the choicest fruit from her tree. All right? And they gonna be OGs just like she is. And that's why she want to have faith that these people really got her back. And it's the people that they have surrounding them, because they don't see these margins, or maybe they do, you know what I'm saying, that are having them discouraged or turned away from being with her or supporting her. Okay? So again, these junior warriors, don't get it twisted. This is why, again, youthful energies sometimes are turning against their parents, right? Okay, because you have to think about bloodlines that came into your family tree as well. So this is not about division. This is about us being able to see something on a whole full scale and go from there. Because let's not go ahead and try to rub out the lines now about what. Now they didn't have these castes and classes. They want to still keep a certain people under wraps, or in the underworld, or in the Sheol, or as the Dalit, or undesirable people, right? Okay, see, they already tagged you and put you off to the side that way, and now we want to go ahead and blur the lines. Sound funny to me. Bring in more people that's in the likeness of you, that you can get confused to think that they're your brother and sister, when they really only concerned about what they can do here, the American dream, and then sending the rest of that back to family in whatever other country they came from. Say what you want. It ain't gonna matter to me. I'm just telling you what it is. All right. The Bible says history repeats itself. We see it's repeating itself. History then told us on itself. You know, the present is telling on itself. I mean, how much more do you need? The cattle is representing, again, those particular people coming in, but there is a serpent energy. Now, I think it has something to do with, or a viperous energy, okay, a brooding viper, okay. That energy has something to do with this female element that is here, okay? That is, they're wrapping themselves around the necks of the real emperor, king, knightly energies of the Americas, okay? I'm hearing boa constructor, shit, okay? Like a boa, or again, think about that too, energy of, you know, drag energy, or, you know, other energy of that boa energy, okay? What is that really representing? You know, Adam was a different type of breed here. Meaning somebody could be a full-on woman with a womb and deliver children, but at some point in her life, she is going to grow up. Some people may have been altered or changed at a young age, and so they appear to be a man on the outside, okay? But I think some people were hidden, okay? And your masculine energy, or you went through some type of something that would be considered a tribal, what do you call it when they, I'm going to say upgrade, that's commercial, but something, damn, I can't even remember the name, okay? When they go off, you know, like they would leave the child in the forest for a week and see if they can feed themselves and shit like this, okay? You know, I was listening to Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, and Elvis said, if you ain't caught a white rabbit, I think, then you ain't no friend of mine. And I'm like, what in the hell did he mean by that? I'm going to have to look into this, okay? Because again, that white rabbit is, you know, the Page of Wands energy. You know what I'm saying? That white rabbit is there with the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands does have a reptilian robe on. So again, that is the commotion here. I feel like the Democratic Party is letting all these people in so they can have more people to vote for them. You know they're going to try to start shady shit. But again, if you ask me, there is no more elections. There is no more votes or vows to be made to God with a little g. Because that's what they've been doing. They've been worshiping gods with a little g. Exalting those who actually have less power over those who are the real originals here. All right? Making sure to apply burdens and bring burdens and apply pressure and all these things on these particular families. But sometimes a gem does pop out of all of that pressure. And that is the chosen one, or the elect, the one that has been anointed with that full cup overflowing that Ace of Cups energy. Now, there are some AI versions of that by them taking from that particular person's kundalini or blood and giving it to other individuals so they can appear that way, but it doesn't last. And it's not the same. They use these people as missiles to shoot missiles and hate and shade and shit like that, and disruptions and confusion at the original ones. All right. And when these people are done with their vampiric energy, all right, sucking everything from you, then they just leave you hanging, because some of these people are not a people. Okay. Or they're ruling as children. Now, if you think about that, children are youth too. So again, what are we talking about? Okay. It's ridiculous, redundant. It's obvious. You see what I'm saying? So here's that Dutch energy. Okay, Dutch kept coming out in my cards, and German energy again. Okay, it says a vital force. Okay, a youthful vigor. Okay, now these people are coming in hungry and thirsty. They want work, or they want something, or they're coming in here to thirst for something. You know, they're not really, you know, they're going to work together. They're going to live, pile up in the house for a couple years, and everybody get on their shit and then disperse. You know, it's hard for, you know, so-called American black people to do that. You know what I'm saying? You get to a certain point, you don't want a motherfucker even come to your house. You see what I'm saying? The medial. The yog, which then disappeared. Okay, like I said, excuse me, that was nasty. Like I said, because no stone will be left unturned. Is this going to be easier for the bill collector to come and collect when it's time? So you got all these hens in the hen house, click, 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 all day. That's all they, oh, and he said this and that, and this person, and I don't even know these people from, but I know what the fuck they talking about, because I have this gift. I know who they're talking about. They can use different names or whatever the fuck they want to do. I know who and what they're talking about. They think they know, but they have no idea. These are just minions, okay? They said that age was truth, and that the youth marred with wild hopes the peace of slavery. With wild hopes, wild thoughts, the peace of slavery. This means your enemies have had a very long time to have access to you, okay? Everything about you, they know. They even know what your move's going to be from being in your Akashic. They already know your path, your story, okay? Let's see what this is saying. A young person, especially a young man or boy, young people collectively. Youth everywhere rises in revolt. So again, revolt against what? See, because is this youth going to rise up and revolt against the remnant of American OGs that's left on this planet? Those with that some sense of American pride that their God wants to put down so that he can rise his children and bring them up above you? This could also mean the time of life, okay? This is so living beings or living creatures, because the Lord God, not God, but in Genesis 2, the Lord God came and took from the dirt and the slime or the water and formed some people and blew the breath of life in them, or gave them an antidote of your fucking DNA possibly, right? And then he called them living creatures. All right? All right? So again, what's going on when these people are passing here through the border and they're being brought into shelter? Who knows? Between childhood and maturity, because they're saying that these people are going to be the ones that are going to be important and things like that. Forget about the old heads, forget about the OGs, forget about the original, forget about the people that really hold the power. See, because you have what society lifts up, it shows you, but there's always someone behind that is held down low or something like this, so that people can have access to, they're not supposed to rise within themselves, okay, to the occasion and tap into that crown or la corona, okay? So again, this also, like I said, it makes me think about people having these type of holds on certain individuals, okay, in order to kind of observe them or even take from them or whatever. These will be people that you might not even left their mama house before. You know what I'm saying? They might be still living, but there's something there's an abundant nature or spirit within those particular people. All right. And while they stay that way, it's easier for these other beings to suck off of them or their family while they remain ignorant. Because again, it's saying God is saying my people perish because of lack of knowledge, of knowing, Gnosticism. Okay. This is why they rallied all them people up and killed them. This could be by paperwork or something, but it's all by design. This could be literally with these mass graves and shit like this. Okay. But again, youth can also mean something too. Again, this part right here is standing out to, indigenous, native, or autochthonous individuals, okay? And I say when we're talking about autochthonous, there is no documents that can go ahead and trace your shit back to autochthonous times. It's something that's in you. You either got it or the fuck you don't. It's either aware, it's obvious to people when you walk in the room or when they see you, or it's not. Okay, this is something that's obvious to, like I said, people that you come around or that you come across, or you walk into a room or the store or something. People, there's something about your presence. You see what I'm saying? Or it's not. Autochthonous don't have no DNA test. Autochthonous is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. All right. Those are those Ace of Cups, the original Ace of Cups energy that's going to be activated at some point in time in these people's lives. So again, youth, also an early period of development. So they're planning to use these particular people to do the same thing, to have your children in some form of servitude or slavery for the next 300, 400 years. The shit is just going to start over and over again. I'm mainly talking about, this is why they keep this race thing going between so-called black and so-called white, which they know such thing as either one really, okay? You can be white by spirit or black by spirit or light and dark or whatever by nature. But again, when we're talking about black and checking those boxes, you either pick black or African American, okay? Both of them are misnomers. At least white or Caucasian is there, because Caucasian may not be so much as a misnomer. What they told you about the Caucasus Mountains possibly has something to do, or even the Aryan race or energy of the swastika. It may just be representing those old world, pure-blooded Indian autochthonous people. Dark-skinned people, brown, copper color, red, clay tone, whatever the soil will be around here is what the people were or are still. It says the freshness and vitality characteristics of a young person. So they're looking at these people that they deem unfit here, okay? That didn't make it out the hood or didn't get these degrees and all this shit. That don't mean nothing, obviously, we can see, all right? Like somebody couldn't come up out the mud and have what it takes to go right into, with a little bit of training and proper training and the right team, go right into rulership. Usually, these people would have been learning or watching their parents. But again, whatever's been done here, that aspect of the parent, or like I told y'all about somebody crossing over, and then I'm trying to figure out like life after death. So somebody passing on and then crossing over. All right. I feel like some of our family members have only crossed over. Okay. Some might be passing on now. So when you thought grandma died in the 90s, she might have just, went to that next stage or phase where she had a couple more years, and now she might just be past. So again, if you felt her energy still around you, but all of a sudden it's cut off, that means she might have, expired in a spiritual essence. Even her energy or her spirit could still be with you or with someone, okay? But this freshness and vitality, they're saying that, Americans don't want to work for $7.50 an hour. So let's allow these people to come in here from all over the world. These motherfuckers is not just coming from Mexico. They not just coming from no damn Haiti. These people is coming from all over the place. You hear me? All right? And they're being given goods and things like this. bringing you in with some kind of desirous gifts or a house or this or a car or some shit like this, and you think you on top of the world. So you can then dump on the original people, okay? Or the emperor or empress, because you already know you see something about their energy or you wouldn't be watching. And these people swear somebody watching them, and I don't know who the hell these people is from a can of paint, but they know who I am. So again, I'm sure some of these people are being pulled right off of the belt, well, off of the belts or the planes or wherever they're coming from. And they're being pulled right up into some office and given right some title and some training and some other things like this, and making sure that the originals are not being able to have access to that type of information, that type of knowledge. It's almost like, I can't remember what bill it was that they all stayed and locked themselves into the building for days or some shit like this to come up with whatever. I can't remember what this was about. Maybe it was about the slave code. No, it was about something else. Some important meetings where all these people went in and locked themselves in to this building or whatever, some secret group or secret something, and made some decisions that day. But I'm getting Moorish energy was involved with that. Hence the whole battle between who was here first, the Autochthonists or the Moors. You see what I'm saying? They have documents that have been doctored up, and they're laws that are lies that will tell you something else, but there's something in your blood that tells you otherwise, okay? So again, when we're talking about this, you got to be real careful when somebody tell you about the youth, because this may be talking about supporting the people that came in here to take your heads off. So this may be also that King of Swords kept coming up last night. This may be also this energy here, okay? Because they're not going to have any regard, okay? And then there's a nation that's going to come up that's not going to have no regard for for the old or the young. You get what I'm saying here? They're not going to have no regard for the old or the young. And those are the not a people. That is probably the mountain that's in between the two lovers, blocking them from being amongst each other and growing and building and learning and things together. And that's funny because we got this Three of Cups here. And again, this man is here, okay? But his oh, damn, hold on. Let you go, okay? And so again, I don't know if this is the couple that's in the likeness of me in the masculine, or me in a masculine here, or me in my masculine energy being living, okay? And then the feminine energy that may be a masculine energy that I would like to have and hold, okay? Or this could be also them taking from the energy of the Taurus here. And now he is going to get, I may have, something that may have been done, or me standing up for myself might have killed this masculine that's really a feminine, and they choose to take my husband or this other masculine here, okay, that's in the 3D, because we have this 3 here, okay, and give him my dead empress. So these could be two people planning to leave me out in the cold with this empress and this 3 of Cups here. This may be two people, also two so-called lover energies that I've been connected to telepathically, that may be planning on, that have been breadcrumbing and planning on taking my empire or whatever abundant or financial something I would have gotten, and trying to run away with maybe even the person that I'm sitting next to every day. Who knows? Do you see what I'm saying? Who knows? The way that with this transhumanism, I'm getting that they can even take somebody's energy and shift it, or take it and, replace it or plant it in some other vassal or some shit like this, okay? Damn. young people collectively. Yeah, because it's their mother, the third generation, immigrants, okay, are the ones that usually get the jobs as doctors and lawyers and senators and shit like this. And so again, while they could have went in the hood to go ahead and get these people, but they went all the way to Africa and cross country, and they go to different places, you know, even when it comes to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, you know, but don't act like people in the hood ain't working hard. Don't act like it's not single mothers that been systematically put in certain situations. Don't act like these people haven't been working hard their whole life. What's the difference? You give these other people extra clauses and things like this, to bring them in and have them rally on your side to go against the originals. I mean, and that's just what it is at the end of the day, okay? This could be people that been in your childhood when you was growing up, that you thought was friends, family members you thought was family. These people is not for you. They're nowhere to be found when you needed somebody, but you was there for them. You was the bold one that will fight for them. Sometimes they might fight for you too, but I'm just saying, it was this energy because they were around you or they were benefiting or feeding off of your abundance somehow, why they were able to do so. So again, these youthful people are here to take the heads off of the old heads, or you might even say the serpents, because again, just because the serpent was cunning, the serpent did not lie. Unless the serpent was, because they were still living, okay? So the serpent did not, in all actuality, they must have came to life a little bit more because their eyes was open and they could see something differently. And that must be your third eye or something, because again, she saw the fruit was this, she saw it was that, but they're saying, but she ate the fruit and then she saw something. So damn, that means you seen something with two eyes, or maybe your one eye. You know what I'm saying? And then you open up your eyes and see with two eyes that was the wrong thing to do. Is either or. The first eye, what they call the third eye, or your two eyes, or something like this. But again, we can't continue to say, oh, she was blind. No, because she saw the fruit was this, and she saw the fruit was that, and she ate it, and then her eyes was open. How the fuck did she saw the shit if it wasn't open? You see what I'm saying? So we... Damn. Hell, this could be the fruit. All right? A person could be the fruit. Passion fruit, okay? Because what if we got the tree of life and the tree of good and evil all in one? See, God, you see what I'm saying? It's something here. Y'all don't... This guy wasn't playing, okay? So this somebody saying you ain't got no, once you know, you ain't got no excuse, bitch. Once you know, you ain't got no excuse. You hear me? Okay? You said no fear? There's some African, like some kind of like ethnic song that keeps coming on. I don't know what it's called, but it keeps coming into my feed. It was not there before. And I don't want to say African because like I said, that would just make you think, you know, of that. But I feel like, again, some of them groups that are over there originated here. I know the people of Chad are, there's something about them people of Chad and here in the Americas, okay? So yeah, so what the plan is for these youthful people, or these third generation people, are the ones that's in power right now in politics, okay, in the Democratic Party, the Democrats, okay? D and Mon, something that's taken out of Mon. Oh, I don't know. Something that's taken out of Mon. I don't know. It just seemed like it's time for, like, I don't know, the Republicans to represent, because again, these studious, upright, so-called black people in antiquity were Republicans. Democrats are messy. I'm sorry. They are messy. You don't know what to do or where to come. It's chaos. It's chaos. In the beginning, the earth was first. A chaotic mass. Void. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why you can't understand what these people are saying, but you can read between the lines and the headlines, but you like, am I in fucking the Twilight Zone? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know how you in the border crisis? By closing the motherfucking border. I mean, like, what is we talking about? I don't know. What are we talking about? This is the time when they kept up with this racism shit to keep try to get a race war between so-called black people and white people when you were supposed to be standing together for what is right. You know right from wrong. Don't know, you don't need no book or no shit like that. And at this point in time, you really don't. Because you've already been activated no matter what your skin tone is to know what this is. If it's really even going on. Nothing to say about these people. You know what I'm saying? It's the people that are over them that are doing this. So again, these people should not be harmed. They should not be mistreated or anything. But they should not be brought in here and placed above the American people that really want a change and really could bring it. Whether they have these credentials or not, there should be a mixture of high and low, or as above, so below, in that motherfucking, in the political arena. You need both, because nobody's going to continue to keep sucking off and not giving credit to the original people and not giving back. You're not honoring your mother and father. You know who your fucking mama is. Don't play. One thing for sure, you know, even if we do go back to servitude or some form of part of prisoners of war, these men still went to that big mama energy. You know, you last couple generations of you men, these forefathers, you know, and that's why they disappointed in these peoples too. They are so, all the ancestors is disappointed in these people here. That's back when somebody stood for something for real. So they want to let these people in here, like I said, and then they are going to continue this pattern. When the real people you need to be concerned about is those that's coming into your arena or your nation and going to be calling it yours, and you're not going to be able to identify them. There is only a tiny remnant of us left. The fentanyl energy with the so-called white folks, and then the prison system and the shooting each other when it comes to so-called black community. But you don't even realize that some of them people that have been put in those communities with you are the ones that's taking your damn heads off, blowing your backs in. Because you think everybody is you by spirit. I'm not saying judge people by but the content of their character, not by their appearance. But if I pick up on your energy, you see what I'm saying? This is why some of you were picked on, or people just didn't like you, or girls always wanted to jump you, or, you know, people always wanted to treat you some kind of way. Men wanted to be womanizers and treat you like some piece of meat or something like this. You the one. Your mommy and daddy didn't want to stand up for you, or you was just something that could be passed around or whatever. You the one. You the ones. You feel like you had to raise yourself, you had to do this and that. I don't care. Yes, I might not have had to have a steady, real full-time job for an extended amount of time throughout my life, but I had a certain job in a certain position that was close to or sitting right next to a source. These youthful people, like I said, is these groups and nations in here that will be over your head if you don't put a fucking stop to it now. If we don't demand, if it's open. You see, sometimes I feel like this is just a test. Somebody got me in some kind of bubble here, and I'm just seeing the world one way and everybody else seeing it one way. All right? But I'm just saying to you, something is off about this. If this could be projected energy, but if it's not, something is wrong. You would know better than I would, I guess. I have to deal more with my core self than anything. You tell me if I'm wrong, because it seems like these people don't care already if this is the case. They're worried about securing bags and bodies and Birkins. Oh, and baddies. And we can keep on going. And zaddies, whatever they call them. Okay? This is what's going on. Somebody said no child left behind. I'm just wondering. I feel like people don't know how to take me as above, so below, because I'm right on the verge of the middle. I'm that fucking balance beam. I'm that motherfucker that came to bring order to the court. I'm the one holding the motherfucking scales. I'm the motherfucking tower. It's that type of energy. It may be a collective energy, but I'm just saying I can only talk about what I'm harnessing from what I'm seeing for myself, because everybody else seem to be fakes and jakes and snakes. It's like, is it even anything real left here? You be careful when we're using these terms. They're protecting these individuals, giving them free cell phones and living conditions and buses and airplanes and trains to come in on, while you sit there left on the other side, what they say, left behind enemy lines, being poked and prodded and invaded on, and you're in the sleep realm or whatever the fuck they doing, okay? Having babies ripped from your wombs, this kind of shit. And you know, these new age people that have been, you know, indoctrinated and vaccinated, some of these children, because it's not their fault, but their spirit is maybe a little bit off, and they will be ones to conspire with those same people and take your head clean the fuck off. You see what I'm saying? Spouses, mamas and daddies, because they know they done stole from you, and they just thought that they was going to get away with it, and that you was going to be one of the other ones that they would be able to kill. But I'm telling you now, you might be able to try to take whatever the fuck you want to, but try to take my motherfucking life, and that's it. I once heard somebody say that'd be the last thing that they do. But I feel like some of them people is hiding in the clefts of the rock right now, because the real motherfucking king is in the building. That's what I feel. This is a campaign to bring in more people that are not American and don't have the same values and customs and things as Americans. The same integrity, the same as they cannot have it for America. They cannot be America and have it for America if they are not American. They're going to come in here and raise their flags right here on your motherfucking land. You understand what I'm saying? We can't take back what's been done in the past, but now today is a new motherfucking day. And this is what seems to be conspiring or being talked about in rooms. Again, we talk about things that are seen and unseen, things that are just known or sensed. Past, present, or future on this platform. It's up to you to discern what you think. What you know. Because it ain't about the color of your skin. It's about who you are. It ain't never been, race ain't never been, it was always a race to the top. It ain't never been about your skin tone. It might have been easier for people to go ahead and see who's who. It's almost like Adam being that person that could tell who's is who. That's the energy of you being able to read, like somebody like me being able to read faces and phenotypes in certain groups and sectors and seeing people and kind of knowing, or damn, that could be her. You know, that's that energy of Adam, you know, I'm seeing what he would name them or she would name them. Okay? But I feel like this is not, when we're talking about races, okay, we're talking about a race to the top. We have to figure out what else we're talking about when we're talking about this. We're genetics or something like this, but we can't continue to call it race. And again, if race didn't matter, why the hell they still asking you what yours is on them damn applications? We have to keep it to a certain point where we know who we are, but I don't like that energy of blurring the lines. I'm about to say flood lines, floodgates. Damn, some kind of levee. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of levee. Something in between here. Maybe that's even making me think about the Lover's card again. There has to be some kind of boundaries. Should that matter when you're going for a job application? No. So why does it have to be on there? All right. But But does it matter when we need to identify who's who? Yes. Does it matter when we need to identify what's what? Yes. Because if we have a whole bunch of people that are, again, like I said, we're leaving out the feminine or the womb. If we have been told that certain people are women that are not women biologically or whatnot, and they're in positions of power, that would mean it is a man's world still, and there's no voice there for the womb. So these people can do whatever they want to do, is what they think. Listen to what take your feelings out of it, because people go directly to their feelings, to their emotions, and get all up in arms about things. Listen to what I'm saying to you. We are giving too much power to certain groups in subdivisions or subgroups, okay, to be able to bully and do these things to people when they don't agree with their agenda. It's not that we're not agreeing. We're saying it's room for all. What you're really saying in the transgender community and other communities is that there isn't any room for anyone else. And what you say goes. And I'm not even talking about the energy of just somebody who is maybe, somebody was talking about drag queens, of that energy only. No. I'm talking about the people that may be even like me, that may be, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you may be this way, but you have a masculine element to you. It was something that was created that way for something to be activated. They have certain groups of people in the islands that may be born one way, but at a certain age, they turn into another so-called sex. So again, that don't have to mean down there. It can also mean up here. It's like hiding. It's like scattering energy. So I'm not agreeing, saying, I'm not one of those people with the LGBTQ in them that is saying, oh, just call me a this, that, and I'm not down with that shit, okay? I'm just telling you, a spiritual essence of something or balancing out something is the nature of things when it came to these people in their so-called cultural or tribal energy. You would not maybe be privy of this. You always knew that there was something about you that might have been a little different, but you know, that. All right? I'm talking about somebody that likes men. There's nothing wrong with women or something like this, but that's what I'm saying. This is somebody that I can consider myself the emperor/empress. But I'm a full-fledged woman and was born that way, or feminine energy outwardly, right? But I have masculine tendencies, all right? Meaning also somebody that can be a leader or something, natural born, okay? Someone that uses different parts of their brain in a different way to be able to use logic and reason and things like this. A little bit different than just someone who is just feminine. Right? And I feel like I said, some of the first true and old blood peoples, not the first, but again, in the beginning was not the beginning. It was actually the beginning of these particular people creating a nation or building on top of a prior nation or group of people. If you think about the layers of the earth or the crust, the earth's crust, or the layers of the earth, it's the same thing. If you think about even the caste system, it's the same particular type of thing here. So again, I don't want this video, I mean, it already is. I didn't want it to be this long, but I'm telling you what it's talking about. It's talking about replacing or having some type of rains, okay? God did not cause it to rain on the earth yet. So this is that energy. I can't help that I'm an in-between. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people look at me like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be on, something has to be brought down and stripped down, like it says in the Bible, to be rebuilt properly. So whatever these people is running around doing and everything like this, it's foolish. It's foolish. It's not gonna last. I think that I just think that there's some people that can see through this here. All right. When they're talking about these gun laws, they want to get rid of energies like me. That's a gun or a missile. All right. That's fossil fuel. You see what I'm saying? These people don't want fossil fuel in these positions because you're going to stand firm. That's one thing I could respect about Trump. What he has presented, at least. I don't know what and who he is deep within and behind the scenes. But at least what he showed matches up with the energy of what we needed at that particular time. Build back better mean you bringing motherfuckers in here to build something better because you don't like what you have here already. Making something great again is pouring into the American soil to make it better. But again, when we're talking about that, we have to be careful because who are the people in positions of power right now? They're actually not so, oh shit, that's what I see. They're not actually full Americans. Their agenda and their narrative fits more with coming in and being over those particular indigenous people. And while we fight amongst each other and leave each other out and build without each other and not share information, like I said, personally, like if I see somebody with some kind of potential, you know what I'm saying, that would work or benefit for something, and if I was nation building, I'm ready to get out with this new shit and back in with the old. Going to the root of things and bringing in the same old order. The new order of things is to bring these people in here, feed them, clothe them like puppies or dogs, have them again wagging their tails for you like the Ten of Pentacles with that Asian man sitting there hiding the harvest behind his back and the two loyal dogs at his feet. That's what they're doing. They're grooming these motherfuckers. What it say? For when they come in the future, what the fuck it say? The freshness and vitality characteristics of a young person. The early period of development. You see what I'm saying? And as soon as they're done using these people, they're going to put them down too, because it's about certain bloodlines or certain, and again, maybe it's supposed to be my bloodline, and maybe there is something in me that's stirring up something because, oh, you motherfuckers think you slick. So you're going to come feed off of here and feed off of me, and you're going to use my information to build over me, not include me? I keep thinking, well, damn, maybe somebody building something, it's a surprise. Maybe, you know, say a guy preparing the table. And I have to wonder every day, like, hold the fuck on. How did these women get overthrown out their land with Don Juan? I feel like Don Juan is different this time, though. I feel like he is. I feel like he's had but enough evaluation for when, what you waiting for, or she. There's some confusion here, okay? Like I said, I don't know if this person that I'm looking at as a whole masculine energy might be a feminine. And again, it's up to me, you know, at this point. I don't know what the hell. Like I said, I'm learning myself. I'm learning this whole thing here. Self-taught, got it all out the mud. My motherfucking self. With a GED. You better be careful. You better be, this is an overthrow. And this story will repeat itself. And while and our children gonna be fighting up against white and black or something like this, okay? And the whole time, there's another whole generation of people coming in that you should be concerned about. That you should be rallying together on those core values and things that as Americans, you know what you feel when you see this shit going on in your country and you saying, hold on, no other country, no other nation in the world is allowing this shit. Somebody want America to be a third world country. Somebody want America to just let anybody in the world come up and through in between her legs. This is an emperor. This is weakness to me. This is an emperor or an empress that has let a foreign energy come in and infiltrate her to go against her emperor. And maybe that's why this person is looking dead in the spirit realm. They may be looking alive right now to you on however you looking at them, but they dead in spirit because they allow for that shit to happen. Nobody sit there and work on something so long only to let it come to pass here. Even if I thought the other person is not putting in the work, I'm the type of bitch that's gonna get it. And that's why they're put it on the mission of, I feel, this masculine or other feminine energy here to be that way, like a runner kind of energy or something, because they know that whatever they're using, whatever signals, whatever mixed messages they're sending, they know that it's impossible. I don't like to say that word, but it's impossible for me to really find out what, tune in and find out where this person is and what I would need to do to go get her or him. But they know where I'm at. But they are allowing other people and other things and politics and family members and work people and all these other people, buddy people, to come against this type of relationship, okay? Or this union. And it's a shame. What he said, she said. The whole time they over here making their emperor or slash empress look ridiculous and making both of them look like a joke. By playing these games and showing people, oh, they don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, well, I'm going to do this to hurt somebody, or I'm going to do this to hurt them. It's just making them look bad. It's making the whole thing look bad. It's making America look weak. And the fact that Americans are sitting by jealous or envious or angry or whatever and laughing it off and thinking it's funny to invade people's privacy and stuff like that, the same thing going to be done to you at a level. And a lot of you motherfuckers will not be able to recover. You won't be able, when you find out what's been going on, you may not be able to recover. That's why, again, there's only, many have been called, but few are chosen. And I'm not talking about chosen by society and put it up on a pedestal or on the media or on the news, and they sound a lot like the Empress, but they got the Empress restricted and her channels and platforms restricted while they upload, you know, or exalt these other energies here in the name of that energy. Get the fuck out of here.